This is the age of miracles. I step on a modern magic carpet and am whisked in a matter of minutes to another world. A world filled with the wealth and romance of ancient and modern cultures. Mexico City. Already looming under us are Mexico's mighty sentinels, the snow-capped volcano Popocatépetl. And the sleeping lady, Iztaccíhuatl, so named by the Aztecs because of the peculiar shape of its eternal snow. Now we are flying over Mexico City, and in another moment, I am in the heart of this enchanting land. Comfortably installed in one of Mexico's luxurious hotels, looking over the Avenue Juarez. Across the street, the beautiful Alameda, a park designed 4 centuries ago. Peeping over the great elms and eucalyptus trees, Mexico's skyscrapers, and the dome of the Palace of Fine Arts, built of Italian marble. The monument to Benito Juarez, great Mexican liberator. And the Plaza de la Reforma, with a splendid vista of the monument to the Revolution, with its copper dome. Carlos IV, El Caballito, as he is affectionately called, is the center of interests on this lovely plaza. Driving along the Paseo de la Reforma, Christopher Columbus invites me to admire this beautiful city and look at the Monument to Independence, going around its glorieta, those charming circles reserved to national heroes, and observe the bronze figures representing law, justice, war, and peace, surmounted by the Angel of Victory. This superb boulevard leads me to the castle of Chapultepec, the ancient home of Maximilian and Empress Carlotta. The grounds are among the oldest and most beautiful in America. In the formal gardens designed by Carlotta, the proverbial Mexican rose is ever blooming. And so is the lily. From the shady terraces, I look down upon the entire city. Although in the tropical belt, Mexico is the city of eternal spring, due to its 7,500-foot altitude. A restful drive brings me to the ever-interesting mercados. I like the sober seriousness of Mexican children, gracious manners, the love of flowers, and of nature are Mexico's Indian heritage. The best examples of Spanish colonial architecture are on the Zocalo. The cathedral, standing on the remains of the great Aztec temple, is the oldest and largest in this hemisphere. And the Sagrario, the most exquisitely ornate. The National Palace occupies the site of the palace of Emperor Moctezuma. Stones from the Aztec palace were used in its construction. Stirringly beautiful are Diego Rivera's frescoes, reconstituting the history of the nation. I marvel at the Aztec calendar stone, which divides time into years, months, and days. And as I contemplate the pyramid of the sun, time slips back to unknown ages. At the temple of Quetzalcoatl, I stand in awe before the plumed serpents. From the secret depths of their stone fortress, these symbolic monsters seem to thrust out their ferocious jaws, blowing clouds against the blue heavens. From the highway of the dead, back to exuberant life, I am on my way to the Corrida de Toros. This bull ring is the largest in the world. The ancient art of bullfighting demands courage and great dexterity. With his valet's blessings, the matador prays that he may do his best. 50,000 persons are waiting expectantly. I too am caught up in Latin enthusiasm as the great pageantry goes on. There's lots more to do in Mexico City. So I take my chances at Mexico's world-famous racetrack. The night is ablaze with color, throbbing with life, gaiety, romance. The air is like cool champagne. Music and dancing are everywhere. Mexican delicacies. The night is young. And the nightclubs are many. There is nothing more enchanting than a ride through the ancient floating gardens of Xochimilco to the accompaniment of mariachi music. Gently we glide along the lush green shores in gondolas decorated with the flowers that grow luxuriantly on these once floating islands. Our path is strewn with flowers, charmingly offered by the gracious Mexicans. From canoes loaded with fragrance and native beauty, we are approaching the Indian village. The canal is alive with flower-decked gondolas, for here are the markets spread out under unfailingly gorgeous skies. It's hard to decide which is the prettier, the serape or the señorita. Abruptly, this wonderful dream comes to an end, with Mexico's music echoing in my heart. Adios, Mexico.